Hi, my name is Carol. I'm a graduate student in the Speech and Language Pathology program. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to use an AAC lite-tech board to support the child's communication. Before we start, let's take a look at the client's profile. CD is a 10-year-old male with a primary diagnosis of Fragile X syndrome. He has impaired fine and gross motor skills, making it difficult for him to manipulate items with his hands. He received SLP services for 1.5 years, but had minimal progress with verbal skills. He had experience using an AAC device to communicate, which is a touch chat word power 24, but this software is currently unavailable from the website. Given this information, CD needs a new AAC system to support his communication. The lite-tech communication board can be a functional and affordable tool to help him express his needs and wants. Now let's take a look at his cognitive and linguistic skills. He can understand the importance of an AAC system and can use various forms to represent vocabulary. However, his vocabulary is restricted. He primarily uses sign language and verbalizations to communicate, and he often initiates the conversation to greet or request for help. But his output is dependent on adults modeling and cueing. Typically, he would bring the object to an adult when he needs assistance. According to his profile, I would suggest that his current language skills are not adequate for him to fully express his needs, wants, and preferences. A lite-tech AAC board with a shared reading activity can support his language and pragmatic skills. In terms of his receptive language, the task supports his learning and understanding of new core words with various contexts. It can also support his expressive language skills by teaching him how to use a communication board to express the target words during specific activities. Additionally, it can support his pragmatics. The activity helps build his independence in communication, thus can elicit more initiation of conversation, improve his participation in conversations, and support his ability to form relationships with his peers. This is a communication board I'm going to use for CD. Here I added 2 additional buttons, which are teacher and play. I decided to add the first button for teacher because CD is currently in a self-contained classroom. By using the button, he is able to communicate with the teacher to discuss assigned work. It would be also a good topic when communicating with familiar and unfamiliar listeners about his teachers and school experience, since the teacher would be the person who would frequently interact with him and support his communication. The second button I chose is play, because playing is an activity that is very engaging for him and can be more motivating for him to initiate conversation. The play button is very functional to use in various contexts for different communication partners. For example, he can use play to request caregivers to give him a toy or play the toy together. He could also ask to join the peers or invite them to play together. Now, let's take a look at how to use a communication board during a shared reading activity. Today, we are going to practice using the code word help and read the book, A Funny Helper. Look, there's a boy here. Before we start, let's make a prediction. What do you think the boy likes to do? I think maybe he likes to play. Let's read and find out. Look, he says, I love to help. I'm thinking, who has he helped before? Let's continue. Oh, he says, I help my grandma play games. Look, his grandma looks so happy. Have you ever helped your grandma with something. Let's move on. He says, I help protect our Earth. Wow, he's really doing a great job here. Can you think of something that we can do to help protect the Earth? Wow, it's a very good idea. Let's move on. He says, I help my mom in the garden. Wow, he really helps a lot of people. Now I see the boy with his dad. What are they doing now? Oh yeah, it seems like they're having a pillow fight. The boy says, I help my dad tidy up. Wow, it's really funny. Let's find out who else he can help. Oh, I see the boy with his grandpa. What do you think the boy can help his grandpa with? He says, I help my grandpa save money. What else can he help him with? Let's read on and find out. Oh, he says, I am a funny helper. What would they do without me? True, he really is. He really helps a lot of people.